You want one? Get one. You won't. No. Like you can see all time as well. Oh, yes. You can see all time when you ask it how much people are in it, can't you, as well?
Okay guys, hopefully this is working. I'm live on YouTube, and I'd like to introduce you to my new dolly hand. This is a lady off of Facebook called Kelly Maskell, I think her surname is, and she sent me this, which is very nice of her, to have a play with and to show you guys. And yes, they do look real, don't they? It's very strange. I've never really worked on one of these dolly hands before, so I thought what you did was that you put a display tip into the nail, which I'll just show you what I meant. So I thought you sort of got one of these display tips and that you put that in. But as you can see, what it does is it just sort of sticks up in the air. So that's not what you do. So I messaged her and asked her. And you put these tips in that way, right in, like, so it looks like a client's natural nail, so as far as in it'll go. And then you make a nail, so you either put a tip on or you sculpt on. So if I'm honest, I thought instead of just sort of doing it, I'll have a go live with you guys and see how it goes. So yeah, let's have a play, see what happens. So let's go for sculpting. I think sculpting is probably going to be easier. I'm at work, guys, so obviously please excuse any noise in the background. So the forms that I'm going to use are the crystal nails ones. These are my favourite forms at the minute because, let me just, hi guys, had a cancellation so I can tune in. Cool. Hi Lindsay Hon. So with the crystal nails forms, you get these parts on them, and the reason that they are there is so that your form does that. And especially when you're teaching students form application, a lot of them get the fingers stuck here and they get the form on and then they pull the finger away and the form sort of comes with it. So this helps with that so that the form doesn't actually stick to the fingers, so it's pretty cool. I also love these forms because when you put a lovely curve in them, it stays in that curved position that you've put it in. It doesn't flop back. So I really like these forms for that. So they stay exactly where I want them. So let's have a go at putting a form on this dolly. Cool. Oh, it feels weird working on something that's not real. So then you can peel these tabs away and not get stuck to the form. So yeah, they're pretty nifty, these forms. Oh, we're coming unstuck, we're coming unstuck. Oh, see, this might not be as easy as I thought. Let's try again. It was all going so well. Let's have a go, see if we can get it to stick down. I think you have to bear in mind that obviously the fingers, they stay obviously stiff, so you're used to sort of moving your client's fingers out the way. And these don't, do they? Obviously I'm not going to go that long. But yeah, it's not sticking, is it? So let's have a go at that. Is that going to hold it in place? Yes. Okay. Now I need my form scissors. So when you're fitting a form, whether it's on one of these dolly hands or whether it's on a client, you need to do your relief cuts at the side. Ooh, we're coming off again. Oh, this might not be as easy as I thought it was going to be. See, the foam goes under lovely, but it doesn't want to stay stuck down. Okay, can I let go? Yes, I can. Let's go for it. So I thought I'd do like a nice acrylic design for you, because I wanted to see the pinchability as well on this. So I'm going to use my favourite brush, as you all know. The Diamond Master 12 from Perfect Nails is my favourite acrylic brush. And I'm going to build with my Perfect Nails clear powder. I'm going to build my structure with that and then have a go at pinching it on this. So let's have a go, let's see. Because the tips that are sort of you push in have got some flexibility, so I'm hoping that what it'll do is allow me to pinch. But we will see. I probably regret doing this live and should have done it, had a practice first, but sharing it with you. I feel like I'm holding this part probably more secure than what I would normally, because I don't want it to the foam to come off. I'm going to let that set a little bit, and then I'm going to have a go at pinching and see what happens. Has anybody else got one of these? Anybody who's watching got one of these dolly hands? Let go. You've got one but never used it. Well, we will see how we get on, Lindsay. So this is Perfect Nails acrylic. So it is a medium set, so you've got some time before you need to pinch it. So if you were going on to do your next nails, you could do another 2 before you've got to come back and pinch this one, really. I think that's not too bad. So let's place that on and see if we can actually get a pinch. Oh, we can. Is it going to hold it, is the question. I suppose the only thing really with practicing on this is that client is not going to scream at you, is she? She's not going to say, ow, that hurts. So be wary of that, that obviously when you're doing it on a proper client and not on a dolly hand, that you might not be able to put that much pressure on. So yeah, don't get into the habit of over pinching. Is it going to hold? Oh, it is. I just want to try and pinch the free edge a little bit more. Just my free edge. I'm quite impressed so far, guys. We'll see what she's like when we get to filing, because that's always an issue with these dolly hands, isn't it? Let that set a minute. Can I let go? Can I let go? Sort of. Yes, I can. Okay, so I'm going to be using Gypsy, which is a Glam and Glitz Fantasy powder, and Martha, which is a coloured acrylic Glam and Glitz powder, and she's the most beautiful chocolate brown. So actually now we could, if we wanted to, take that foam off, couldn't we? Oh, we've got a nice shape there. I might just file it a little bit before I do my acrylics. Oh, that feels very strange. I probably still feel like I'm holding a bit more secure than what I would a client, but I wouldn't say that she's moving. She's being pretty well behaved, actually. I'll probably put my acrylic on a bit thicker than what I would normally, because I was a bit worried that she'd not hold, but she is, so probably didn't need to worry as much as I thought I did. So just thinning that down, ready for my design to go on now. Okay. I think the cuticle application is probably going to be easier on one of these than what it would be on a client, because the cuticles on these are quite raised, whereas obviously on a client they're not. So I imagine that the cuticle application on this is going to be fairly easy. I do love that colour. She's a proper pure chocolate brown. And then this gypsy's got gold pieces in, bronze pieces in, brown pieces in, and then some little holographic strands and some tiny little holographic glitters as well. So it's just a lovely mix. Perfect for this time of year. And again, when you're doing glitter, it's not a brushing technique, it's more of a tapping. So you're tapping with your brush to get it where you want it rather than brushing. So just a nice gentle tapping motion. And because you've already pinched, you can take as much time as you want to create your design. Okay, so we're going to cap this. Just a little few more flakes. So it looks like it's fading a little bit more. So yeah, it is quite easy to do a cuticle application on this, because you can very easily get your brush behind the bead because the cuticle's lifted up. I think the other thing to bear in mind is, obviously on a client we don't want the product to touch the skin, we don't want the brush to touch the skin to prevent any contamination or allergies or overexposure. So you just, when you're practicing on these dolly hands, to bear that in mind, that you don't want to be getting into bad habits of just getting the product all over the skin and putting your brush all over the skin, so that you don't get into bad habits, so that when you do come back to doing a client, you're not doing those naughty things. I've got quite a high arch. I'm not sure whether that's the hand or we'll see when we've filed it. But that wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. So let's try a tip. Let's try a tip. Again, never done this before on one of these dolly hands, so first for everything. So these are Pro Impressions Advanced Natural Smile ones. they will fit pretty much 99.9% of your clients. They are a very easy fit tip. So hopefully they're going to fit Dolly nice and easy as well. Okay, we're on. Let's just hold her there for a few seconds. Oh, yes, lovely. Now, Pro Impressions tips that we sell are non-blending, so I don't need to blend this tip or anything. I just need to cut her into shape. So let's go for the slightly more fashion nails at the minute and take these sides off. So you can shape your tip, you just don't really need to blend. Okay, let's do a marble on this one. So I'm going to use Heirloom, which is one of the naked colours from Glam & Glitz. I'll put a small clear bead over my join so that I'm working on a nice even surface. Pull this camera a little bit further, there we are. And then I'm going to go into two colours, so 1, 2. Move my product up straight away, move my product down. Don't play with it too much, you don't want it to marble too much that it just merges into one colour. And then you're waiting for that product to start being at that setting stage so that you can press it at the sides. Again, it's a pressing technique rather than a stroking technique, because if you stroke, the colours again will just merge into one. We don't want that. So as soon as that product's starting to set, I can press with my brush, not pull and drag or brush. Ooh, wobbly. I'm going to add a little bit of glitter in. Again, use that point of that brush to tap it into place. So you're just tapping your glitter on. And then we can cap. the Glam and Glitz acrylic is fairly slow setting, so I know I can cap and still then pinch, because that Glam and Glitz acrylic will not be too hard for me to pinch. Whereas obviously on the sculpted one we did the clear first to build the structure up, and then we pinched that. So just looking from my side angle, checking that apex is nice, and then we'll let that set a bit and we'll give it a pinch. So is everyone enjoying doing autumn nails again now, or are you missing the summer brights? I've not done a YouTube live for ages, and I don't know how to look back on the comments, so if I have missed a comment, do post it again so that I can see it. I'm actually really impressed with how pinchable it is. I think you're going to get some nice shapes on these, which is good. Okay, let's try a slightly more difficult tip. So let's go for an advanced clear extreme stiletto, because these have got more of a C curve in the advanced smile ones. You're missing the brights but loving the browns and golds. Yeah, me too. Me too. I like the browns and golds, and I like the burgundies. Okay, so that feels, I don't know if you can see on camera guys, but like the bounce in that tip there. We will see whether that's going to go on or not, because this surface is quite flat, and like I say, the advanced tips have got a decent C curve in them. So let's have a go and see what happens. Okay, we're on, so let's hold that there for a bit and see if it bounces back. Impressive. Jamie's liking a nudes. You like them all year round, do you, Jamie? I like them occasionally. I do like a nice nude set occasionally. Okay. That's not too bad, is it? I'll just leave it just a little bit longer just to make sure. But that shape on that one's gone nice. It feels strange, obviously, filing, because you feel like you're going to lift, like, the nail bed. Lift the nail plate off the nail bed, but obviously it's not real, so I suppose it's just not panicking about it. Thanks for this, Kelly. It's going to be a little godsend for me, this. Because sometimes you just find, right, do you know what, I've got a spare hour. I could make a video. But obviously you can't just magic up a model in that time. So to be able to just jump on this little Dolly. Might be a nice little help. I think we'll do a nail bed extension on this one. So I'm going to use my Perfect Nails pink mask powder. But I don't like it on its own completely. I like to use dark pink on top because I think it makes it look more warm and natural. So it's the nice thing, you don't even have to do the whole priming and prepping and stuff, isn't it? Okay, so let's do our nail bed extension first. So when you're doing a nail bed extension on a stiletto nail, you want to go nice and deep because you want to almost follow the shape of the stiletto nail. So if you had like a rounded nail bed on a stiletto nail, it looks a bit strange. So quite a nice deep nail bed extension. You're still rounding that top piece off there, but you want to go fairly deep. Concentrate on getting that nice wall. So that first bead I took the liquid out so that the colour stays nice and solid. Second bead I'm going to leave the liquid in, so not draining the bead, so that it blends down towards that cuticle area nicely. And then obviously we've got no apex on that, so I'm going to put the apex on with the transparent pink, so the dark pink. And it just makes the whole nail look healthier, more natural. I'm going to say less mannequin-like, but obviously I'm working on a dolly, so. So you put your apex in with that bead. And can you see how it just makes it look much healthier? Now if you're not happy with your smile line, you could wait for that to set and then file it. But obviously if you're happy with it, go straight ahead and put whatever product you want on. Then we can cap. Don't need to put too much clear on the nail bed area because we've already got an apex on there from the dark pink, so just capping really my free edge with the clear. Make sure you've got enough on those sides, especially because you're going to want to pinch, and that clears what's going to hold it. So let that set a bit and then we'll give it a pinch. Okay, and then I think we'll give these a file and see what they turn out like. Oh, thank you, Lindsay. Yeah, it's an amazing brush, the Perfect Nail size 12. We do a size 10 as well, if you don't want to go as big as a 12. But yeah, I do love my my Perfect Nail size 12. I work with it without the handle on. I work with it as a very small brush, and I feel like I've got a lot of control when I work with it with a small brush. If you want, you can put the handle on the back and work with it like that, but you don't have to. It's your choice. Okay, let's get a pincher on this. And then we'll go and file the first one. So it feels a bit strange because obviously this does slide a little bit, doesn't it? But obviously then on these practice tips you're going to get the most beautiful, neat cuticle smile line, because you can get in with it with your file, but still good, still very impressed. I remember working with the old essential nails ones, and you literally had to hold the nail down as you were filing it, whereas this, I really don't feel like I need to. It's not going anywhere. It's staying in that nail, so pretty impressed, really. She says. Let's push it back in a bit. That's okay. Oh, pinch has just gone off a bit. So just straight filing now so that I work back towards the apex. So then I suppose if you really wanted to, when you're doing your cuticle area, you could pull this nail forward a little bit. Then you can really make sure that that cuticle area is done nice and neatly. Especially if you're going to display these to your clients. Because you can really get your file right down there then and get it super, super neat, which is cool. Ooh, not too much though. Don't let it come out too much. Just taking a little bit of that apex down so it's not too high. Like I say, I think I overcompensated thinking I needed to put more product on, but I don't think you actually do. You really can literally just file it as you would a client. I don't really feel like I'm having to sort of be extra cautious or anything. It's quite cool.
Bring around here.
And then obviously you can just push back in to get that really nice, neat finish. It's cool. I like it. Still support. I would always support my client anyway, so I'm used to doing that. Having that there as I press there. And same on this side, I put my thumb there as I press there, because obviously whenever you're doing any extreme shapes or any extreme lengths, it's not comfortable for the client to have that sort of pressure on one side without a bit of support. So I'm used to doing that anyway. She's quite cool. I'm quite impressed.
I was quite shocked at how you've got a shape like that on her
Exactly.
hand.
Like this is sculpt, this is a tip, this is a tip.
And they're staying on.
And the pinch and everything. Like, you just slide them.
Oh my god.
It's so cool. I'm actually really impressed.
Do you recommend?
Yeah.
There you go, guys. Gemma recommends.
Who you like him?
YouTube.
I hate YouTube.
Oh, again, I'll probably pull her out a little bit so that I can do a really nice, neat cuticle line. Because obviously the cuticle on this dolly is quite high. So for you to get your file down normally without pulling her forward would actually be quite a challenge, I think. You know, and you've got clients with really high sidewalls and really high cuticles. It's a bit hard to get your file in there. So this does give you that little extra ease in that sense. And then remember, with your stiletto filing, to do your roll so that your sides are nice and straight and curved, round. So keeps your stilettos nice and slim. Wonder how easy the dust comes off, shall we see? Pretty easy. Got a bit of product on there. There we are. And I suppose you could like sort of pull them out a little bit again to dust. So that you get all that dust out before you top coat. You could even leave them out, I suppose, a bit for your top coat. So let's top coat. So I'm going to use Perfect Nails top gel. This is great for on top of acrylics or hard gels. It's nice and thin. I find some top gels add thickness to your acrylic design, and you don't want that, because if you've worked lovely and thin, you then don't want to be adding a layer of thick gel on top.
Does she need to take her eyebrows off as well?
Yeah, just a little bit.
You know, but I don't think we're going to get a really cool eyebrow sharp thing for something. She's got tattoos. Yeah. But we're always going to be following tats. Yeah. So we're going to be nice brown. Although we're going to make the teeth back off so we can show you them and stuff. Yeah. Get a good
Bit of
idea.
fluff. Let's try and get rid of that bit of fluff.
Can't really know. Have you ever done it when you're trying to blend smash shadows and like completely mugging you off but not blending? They blend no matter what you do.
Yeah, it does look a bit creepy, doesn't it? It has creeped a few people out here. I'm just going to take my bottom plate off my lamp and hold that on there for 60 seconds. So it's a 60-second cure, is that top gel. It also comes in silver and gold, like a sparkle. So if you wanted a bit of an extra sparkle on your nails, it's got silver sparkling or gold sparkle. And 60 seconds seem ages when you're waiting for it. Okay. If you were going to apply cuticle oil, like obviously on a client, make sure that you give that like a good 60-second drying time, cool down time should I say, before you put your cuticle oil on. Let's just push those right back in now so that they look nice and super neat. But yeah, pretty cool. I'm pretty impressed, guys. I will definitely be using Dolly more often. We've got a nice shape with her. Thanks, Donna. So yeah, if you are looking at purchasing one of these Dolly hands, I would highly recommend this one. It works lovely. I'll pop a link in after to Kelly's, I think she's got like a page on Facebook, and to all the products that I've used to date as well. But yeah, cool. If there are any videos in particular that you would love to see me do, do not hesitate to message either on YouTube or on Facebook or Instagram, whichever, and I will try and get them done for you. Okay, thank you very much for watching, guys, and me and Dolly say bye. Bye.